Okay, so you want to learn how to use Adobe SoundBooth CS5. First thing you'll have to do is obviously turn on the computer, which is located in the back, right down below here, and you're tracking everything, right? Perfect. Then you log into your student account. So once you do all that, then the work starts. You want to open up the program so you can run it, and if it's not in your little dock down here, you can go up to the hard drive, open up the applications folder, and look for Adobe SoundBooth CS5. And there it is, right? Where is it? Adobe SoundBooth CS5, right down here. You open that up, and you open it. It'll bounce a few times, wait for it to load. Okay, so once it is open, this is what it will look like. Now, it will be kind of slow. It's a slower program, but you can work with that. Okay, so now that it's open, you can create a folder on your desktop. This folder is where you'll save your project. So you want to click off of the program onto the desktop, and then you can go to File, New Folder, and a new folder will pop up, and you'll want to name it, your name, Phil Project 1. And this is where you'll save all your files. Alright? So then you click back onto the Adobe SoundBooth window, and again, you'll notice that it is slower, so just, again, work with it. So now you want to record something. Alex, if you want to focus in on over here. This is your microphone, and this is called the Mobile Pre USB recording device. And so if it's not, everything should be set up already when you come in, but if it's not, make sure that your microphone is connected, in back it's well connected, and that the XLR cable is connected to the Mobile Pre, which it is. And then also this little USB connector is connected in back and connected to the back of the computer. So all that is set up. You'll also want to make sure that both of your channels are straight up and down. You don't have to worry about the headphones. So you're set up for there. I'm ready to record. So you want to hit the record button right down here. And it says Open Record Dialog. You hit that. Now what you need to do is select the device from which you want to record. So we're using the Mobile Pre. So you click on this menu and you scroll down to Mobile Pre. Just like that. And then your sample rate should be already set up to 44100. That's what you want to use. And as of now, I've only been able to get this to work really well with mono recording. So we'll just record in mono and then mix down to stereo at the end of our project. So we'll record in mono. You want to save your file name as your name and Project 1. And you want to put what you record into the folder that you created on the desktop. So you find that, you hit the Browse button, go to your desktop, and then go to your folder which you created. And choose. So now I'm going to be ready to record. And when I'm done recording, my recordings will be saved in here, and then it'll show up in your timeline. So, KBSB 89.7 FM 90. Thanks for listening, everyone. And then you hit stop, and then close. So this is what we just got done recording. If you want to listen back to what you recorded, which is obviously what you want to do, this is how you do it. You hit the record button again, and since we're still on the Mobile Pre device, you want to switch that back after you're done recording, obviously, to the system, or excuse me, built-in output. And you can click right there, and then close. Now it should play through the speakers on the computer. So we should be able to listen back to it. Make sure your volume is up, and KBSB 89.7 FM 90. Thanks for listening, everyone. Alright, a fairly simple track which will be very easy to edit. To edit this track so it will be ready to play on air. So the first thing that you'll want to do is let's find some music. Best way to do that is go to the internet, and we'll be using a free website called freeplaymusic.com. So up in the URL, you type in freeplaymusic.com. All right. So you type in freeplaymusic.com. All right. Now you can. There's literally thousands of different options that you can choose from. So I'll just go with something simple. Again, it doesn't matter what, as long as the song kind of fits the mood of what you're doing, then everything should turn out just fine. I'll choose this one, and I download it. So you want to choose something that's going to fit how long your recording was. So mine was about, maybe 6 seconds. So there's a 10-second option here that I can choose. Save the file. You'll be downloaded to your downloads bar right down here. You can pull that off. I chose aisle 9, please. And then I drag it to the desktop. So now that we want to upload what we just downloaded, we can go up to here, Tracks, and Insert Waveform into New Multi-Track File. So now we can have two different layers of audio that we can work with. So we see the file that I just downloaded. I got it on the desktop. I can just drag it right underneath, and there it shows up. And if I want to listen to the file, I can hit play. Obviously, it's pretty loud. You can control how loud it is by adjusting the volume on your computer. Okay, so we have the basic components down, but we still needed to edit it so I can hear my voice and we can hear the sound in the background. So what we want to do is increase the volume on my track. So we click on it, and you'll notice that a little tab comes up. On this tab, you will be able to adjust the volume of your voice. And there's clip volume right in the center. And you drag it to the right to increase, or drag it to the left to decrease. And again, I want to increase my volume, so you'll notice how my waveforms get larger. Also, the same thing here. You can decrease the sound of your song that you put in by dragging it the little scroll wheel to the left, and you'll notice how that gets smaller. Is that making sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. And again, this is kind of just kind of choose, it takes a little time to get it perfect, but it's not too difficult. KBSB 89.7 FM 90. Thanks for listening, everyone. Okay, so now that I want to, I can kind of fine-tune this by deleting the beginning part of my audio and trimming it down so it's just the part that I want to hear. So what you can do is scroll to the end of your clip, and you'll notice that this strange kind of arrow red toolbar thing comes up, and you can, once you see that appear, you can click and adjust to your parameters where you want to just listen to, and you can do that for the same on the left side as well. So there I go. Now I also want to change where the music starts as well. I want it to be selected so it runs just as long as my voice does. Maybe just a little bit of lead out, and there we go. I can drag this to the front, drag that to the front. Now I can listen to it again, see what it sounds like. KBSB 89.7 FM 90. Thanks for listening, everyone. Now you can kind of tell that my words kind of get lost in the sound, so I can do some further adjustments using this blue bar here. I can bring that down even farther, and I can bring my voice one up even farther. KBSB 89.7 FM 90. Thanks for listening, everyone. And again, that just takes a little time for fine-tuning to get that down right. So let's continue on with something else now. One fine-tuning thing that you might want to use is the fade-in, fade-out option. How you do that is you click on the clip that you would like to fade in, and on the top left-hand corner of the clip, you'll see there's a little box. That box, you click on that, and then you drag that to how far you want your sound wave, your sound file to fade in. You notice that a little yellow bar indicates of where the fade-in starts and where it ends. So let's see how this sounds. KBSB 89. It's subtle, but it is there. So you can make use of that when you're editing your own stuff. Again, you can kind of modify how loud everything is with these blue bars or the tab bar that shows up on the top of the clip. So let's listen to it one more time and then we can export. KBSB 89.7 FM 90. Thanks for listening, everyone. That sounds about right. So now it's time to export the clip, saving it, mixing it down into stereo, and so forth. So once you have everything set the way that you would like to present either on air or to Roger, you go up to File, down to Export, and then you mix multi-track mix down. You click on that, and now it's going to ask you where you want to export everything to. Again, we made that folder on our desktop at the beginning of this project, and we'll save everything into there. Again, we can title what we want to title it as Phil Peterson Project 1, or however Roger wants you to save it. And then the format that we're going to be working in is MP3. So on your format bar, you select MP3. And you hit save. It'll ask you what the bit rate is. I've been using 128 kbps for a while now, and we're going to want to mix down into stereo, and then you hit save. Won't take too long. That'll show up your mix down, and we can check everything in the folder that we made, and there it is, Phil Peterson Project 1.mp3. If you double click on it, it'll open up iTunes automatically, and you'll be able to listen to it. KBSB 89.7 FM 90. Thanks for listening, everyone. And so that's how you make your first basic audio project. If you have any other questions, don't be afraid to ask me or John Andringa or anyone else. Thanks.